Alright, it's your boy Carter J. I want to talk about the post-fight to Nonito Donaire versus Guillermo Rigondeaux. Up front, I want to say I think this was a very good fight. I'm going to be a man of my word. I give full credit to Nonito Donaire for taking this fight because this is a fight that, the fans have been wanting now for at least, going on 2 years now. And we finally got the fight. In my breakdown video, I predicted that that Rigo would win either by knockout or by scorecards, and he got it in the scorecards. Pretty much from what I saw in the beginning of the fourth round, it got to a point where you could actually tell Nonito started getting frustrated at the beginning of the fourth round. Okay, he tried to keep grabbing Rigo and wanted to pick him up, throw him on the ropes. And then I realized that it got to a point where Nonito actually had said to himself, you know what, this is a lot harder than it actually looks, because you could clearly see that Rigondeaux, he really just had all the tools. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest. There were some times when Donaire landed some good shots on Rigo, but for the most part, Rigondeaux outlanded him every single round. Rigo's footwork was very good. He took control of the fight. He outpaced Donaire, in my opinion. He outworked him. His stamina was very good. I thought they could have probably went. Both fighters' stamina was very good. I think that they could easily went probably another 3 more rounds. But for the most part, Rigo was ducking under pretty much all of Donaire's punches. I was very impressed with the little details that Rigondeaux was showing in the fight, such as when he was lunging in, throwing the jabs and the hooks, protecting his face, protecting his body. It was just little things that he was doing that was very, very impressive in this fight. And you could also, notice and tell that, even Robert Garcia started to get frustrated because he knew that no matter what Donaire was trying to do, it's like it always seemed like Rigo always had that ace up his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that was saying that Rigo was running in this fight, how could he be running in this fight if he outlanded him in punches in all the rounds? And on top of that, go back to the end of the fight. Look at both fighters' faces. Compare Nonito's face to Rigondeaux's face. How can you say that Rigo was running in this fight? Fucking Donaire had a broke orbital bone. His face is all fucked up. So that right there is just proof that Rigo was not running in this fight. Rigo was basically showing the true art of boxing, which is to hit and to not get hit. And as far as the fans in the crowd, they were really booing because they really wanted to see a slugfest. All right, but the real boxing fans know that this match was really going to be a huge chess match. And you could clearly see round 12. There was no way Rigo was running in round 12. He landed some of the best shots in round 12 and 6. As far as the judging is concerned, I agree with Julie Letterman. I thought it was a little closer to 116 to 111, but I didn't agree with the other two judges. I forgot what their names were. But let's be real about this shit, all right? Because Rigo took Donaire to school, okay? That's just what it is. All right. Now, I'm not hating on Donaire because, like I said, I give him full credit for taking this fight. And I'm glad that this fight was finally able to happen. All right. As far as a rematch, I'm just going to be honest with you guys, man. Rigo has Donaire's number, just like how Marquez has Pacquiao's number, okay? I don't think Donaire did enough to deserve a rematch. And if it was to be a rematch, it wouldn't be no different. I mean, I think Donaire would make some little slight adjustments here and there, but I think Rigo would still dominate him pretty much. And Rigo outclassed every single one of, I'll have to say at least 3 of Donaire's last opponents, because you could see with Nishioka, he was too hesitant to throw punches. He didn't have power, alright? The thing with Arce, he couldn't protect himself. He was too hesitant to throw punches. And Matabula just didn't have power in his punches, alright? So if you compare all those fighters to Rigo outclassed him in every single way possible. All right, and then at the end of the fight, they're giving the post fight to Donaire. Donaire brought up some shit saying that he had to do some shoulder surgery. You know, you can't really make that excuse then and there. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to take the fight because of that, you should have just said, well, I'm not going to do the fight. So, that's just the way how you can't really make excuses when it comes to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, this is your most competitive fight. And I meant that for both fighters. Alright? So, at the end of the day, there's really no excuses that could be made for Donaire. All right. Rigo was a more superior fighter. He was a smarter fighter. He showed a lot of impressive things in this fight. All right. Now, where do I see Rigo going from here? I mean, he's at the top of the mountain at 122 pounds. There might be like a couple of fighters that I can't really think of the names off the top of my head that he could just clean up in that division. In a little while down the road, he could move up to 126. 126, you got Abner Mares, Gary Russell Jr. But I see Rigo going really far in the sport. I'm already hearing people talking about him putting him on their top 10 pound for pound list, which I would not argue with that. I feel like he could be on top 10 pound for pound. I'm gonna have to make a video down the road about my list. I'll share it with you guys. I'm not really sure where I would place him at the moment. I'll probably have to wait until the end of April, because we got more big fights, in April. But at the end of the day, let's just give credit to both fighters. That's the whole point I want to make in this video. We got to give credit to both fighters, for taking this challenge. And what can I say? The better man won. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was clearly obvious. I mean, even I think there was a round where, other than the 10th round, where I could have gave Donaire, maybe like I want to say round 9, you could possibly give to Donaire. But even if still, Rigo just put on one hell of a performance in this fight. And even if that case was true or whatever, in my eyes, Rigo still would have won this fight easily. But that's all I got. Let me know what you guys thought of the fight. It's your boy Carter J. I'm out.